All right, today's lesson is 1.4, Equations and Inequalities. And if you want to follow along, it's on page 24 of your textbook. The first part of this section is about what is an inequality and what is an equation. Well, an equation is anything that has an equal sign in it. And whenever there's an equal sign, you can assume that the left side of the equation, over here, the left side of that equal sign, it has to be equal to this side. In other words, there's a balance that takes place in an equation. So anytime you see an equal sign and there's numbers or variables on either side, it's an equation. Okay? It's an equation. So if you see an equal sign, it's an equation. This first equation that I gave you, 3x plus 1 is equal to 7. We can put in possible numbers for x to see if it is a solution to the equation. And the first one we'll do is 2. So if we have 3 times 2, that equals 6. 6 plus 1, that equals 7. And 7 is equal to 7. So we could say that this is a solution to the equation. 7 is equal to 7. And let's see if 3 is a solution to the equation. 3 times 3, which is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Is 10 equal to 7? No, 10 is not equal to 7. So you would say that 3 is not a solution to the equation 3x plus 1 is equal to 7. The next equation that I have is 4x minus 2 is equal to 10. And the directions say, check to see if 2, 3, and 4 are solutions. So let's start left to right. Let's start with the number 2. We have used order of operations. We see that we must do the multiplication first. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. And 6 is not equal to 10. So we know that 2 is not a solution. So 2 is not a solution. Let's try 3. We would have 4 times 3, which is 12. 12 take away 2 is 10. And 10 is equal to 10. So we know that 3 is a solution of the equation. And what I'm going to do is just circle that one so we... And the last thing that we need to do is try 4. So let's try 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 take away 2 is 14. So now you can ask yourself, is 4 equal to 10? And the answer is no. 4 is not equal to 10. And so the only solution that we came up with is 3. The next problem that we're going to do is example 3 on the bottom of page 25, and this is a story problem. And the story problem reads, you need to buy ingredients for nachos. In the supermarket, you find a bag of tortilla chips that cost $2.99, beans that cost 99 cents, cheese costs $3.99, 2 tomatoes cost $1, and olives cost $1.49. You have a $10 bill. About how much more money do you need? Well, to solve this equation, um, let's put up the numbers that they suggested. 2.99, 99, 3.99, a dollar, and $1.49. And the very last line of the story problem says, about how much more money do you need? Well, whenever in math you hear about, usually you can think of rounding or estimating. And here it's pretty obvious that it's pretty easy to estimate what these are going to be. So 2.99 we would round to 3. 99 cents we would round to a dollar. 3.99 we would round to 4. A dollar we would just keep a dollar, and $1.49 we would round to $1.50. If we add all these up, we've got 0.5, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like our total is about $10.50. Now that we've estimated these, and we have this $10.50 estimated total or sum, we need to go back to the question. The question is, you have $10, about how much more money do you need? Well, if the bill comes to approximately $10.50 and you have $10, the approximate amount of money that you would need is 50 cents. All right. All right, I'm on page 26 of the textbook now, and we're talking about inequalities. And we talked about how for an equation, there's an equal sign, and that means the left side of the equation is equal to the right side of the equation. Well, when you get to inequalities, it means that it's not equal. So when you think of inequalities, it's it's not going to have an equal sign, but we have the first one is less than. And the easy way to remember that is that it looks like an L. If it opens up to the left, it's called greater than. And the next one is greater than or equal to. And the last one that we have up here is called less than or equal to. So in the last section we talked about equalities or an equation, and today we're looking at inequalities. And we've got 3 inequalities, and we need to check to see if 4 is a solution to the inequality. So let's start with number 1. 2 times x minus 1 is less than 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. Is 7 less than 8? And the answer is yes, so it is a solution. Now let's look at 2. X plus 4 is greater than 9. Once again, we're going to plug 4 in for x. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 is greater than 9. Is that true? It is not true, so it is not a solution. And number 3 is x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 1. If we plug 4 in for x, we would have 4 minus 3 is 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to 1? Well, it's not greater than, but it is equal to. And so 4 is a solution for the third problem. The last problem that we're going to do today is on the bottom of page 26. It's example 5, and it's about a vet. Your vet told you to restrict your cat's caloric intake to no more than 500 calories each day. 3 times a day, you give your cat a serving of food containing X calories. Do the following values of X meet the vet's restrictions? And they want us to test 170 calories and 165 calories. So let's start with 170 calories. You're going to feed this cat 170 calories 3 times a day. So we start out by doing 3 times 170. And 3 times 170 is 510. So we plug 510 into the equation. Is 510 less than or equal to 500? And the answer is no, it's not. And so we know right away that it is not 170. So we can try the second one, which is 165. Once again, we're going to times 165 by 3. 165 times 3 is 495. And then we can read this again. Is 495 less than or equal to 500? And the answer is yes. It is less than. As a matter of fact, it is 5 less than. And so our solution of those two that we tested, 165 would keep the cat's caloric intake under 500 calories each day. All right, that's it. Your homework is up on the board. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, and I'll be over to help you.